Hello everyone, welcome to the quick guide for the beginner scientist. I don't know if it's gonna be so quick because I have a lot to cover for you. I'm gonna walk you today through 4 must things that every beginner scientist have to know in order to be a great scientist. So you as a scientist, you did your research, you have a data, now what? Now you have to write a scientific research paper. You start with a title. It has to be 15 words or less. Then you need to write an abstract. An abstract is basically a summary of your research, but don't evaluate your research and don't critique your research yet. Just briefly explain what we're gonna read. Then you're gonna write the introduction. And the purpose of the introduction is to keep the reader interested. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna take scientific literature and you're gonna say what we know about the subject and what we don't know about the subject. And from what we don't know, you're gonna derive your research question that you're gonna answer in your paper. After the introduction, it's time to jump to the methods. Here you need to state your research question and present the hypothesis. What do you think is going to happen? And you need also to show where you got your data from. Did you collect it all by yourself? Did you got it from an existing database? And if so, which? Is it reliable? Afterwards, you go into your results. When you're writing your results, don't just write your good results. Write also the bad results and don't evaluate it. After the results, you're gonna go to the discussion. There you can discuss your results. Were they what you expected to be? Why not? Why yes? You need to talk about this kind of stuff. And then finally, you're gonna go to the conclusion, and there you're gonna actually say, did you answer the question from the introduction? And if so, why does it matter and how it's important for the future? That leads me to our second topic, and that is creating a good presentation. You're gonna present it in front of your coworkers, colleagues, and most importantly, in front of audience of scientists in conferences. Why is that important? Well, if you want to break through as a scientist, you have, and yeah, I'm gonna say it again, you have to collaborate with other scientists. If you have an interesting presentation, other scientists will want to work with you. And that's gonna lead me to our third topic, collaboration. Collaboration is very important, and in my opinion, it's one of the most underestimated things in science. Only take a quick glance in the list of Nobel Prize winners and you will see that everybody shares the prize with more scientists. Well, 2 brains are better than 1 brain. Therefore, you reach to other scientists or they can reach you, and you can agree on collaboration. You're gonna discuss what are the responsibilities and who does what. And after that, it's money time. No, really, it's money time. Who's gonna pay for it? This leads me to our 4th and last topic for today, and it's probably the most complex and long topic, which is writing a grant. A grant is an amount of money that given by organization, government, etc. to a person for a certain purpose. Well, let's say science. A grant is usually 5 to 20 pages proposal. And here, you need to sell your product. Think about a grant as a sponsor that endorses your project. Isn't that awesome? We need that. So how to start writing a grant? Well, my first advice to you is to look up a guide for how to write a grant. There is actually an official guide. It's only 263 pages long. I know it's very long, but believe me, if you want a grant, you have to read the instructions. Why? You're gonna write a grant. You're gonna submit the grant. 3 volunteers gonna read your grant. They're usually scientists, but they do that as a volunteering. They get some amount of money, but they call volunteers. They're gonna read your proposals late at night, on trains, on their way home, and you need to make them excited. And if you don't know how to structure your grant, they're gonna throw it to the trash immediately. My second advice to you is to carefully craft a masterpiece that's called specific aims page. This is the first page that volunteers read, and you don't want it to be the last. Here you need to show them why do you care. You need to show them why it's important. It has to be innovative, feasible. That means that it has to be done in a few years. Remember, the volunteers are older people that reading your papers late at night, and you want to make them want to endorse you. You know why? Because if they like your proposal, you're gonna go to the second section, which means the discussion. So basically they're gonna go to a discussion room where they discuss grants, and if the volunteers like your proposal, they're gonna speak positively about it, and they're gonna influence the people that grant the awards to give it to you. So you need to really aim at this page. If in the discussion section the people gonna find your research important, you're gonna be awarded a grant, and that's thousands, sometimes millions of dollars for your project. And if you got awarded, congratulations, now you're a real scientist. Well, that's all for today. I hope it wasn't too long. I can talk and talk about science and scientific methods and grants until tomorrow. I tried to make it short, but I see that it's very, very long. Anyway, more links in the descriptions of things that I found interesting and can be helpful, some references. I hope I help. Take care. My name is Eddie. This video was for English 145 at Illinois State University. Take care and happy science.